A new day began on the farm. The sun was slowly rising over the fields, and Farmer Barney looked toward the old chicken coop. The roof was crooked, the wooden boards were falling off, and the door barely closed. Barney sighed and said to himself,
"This chicken coop won't last much longer. It's time to build a new one."
He immediately went to get his tractor with the wooden trailer. He knew it was going to be a busy day, but also another chance to do something good for his farm.
On the edge of a quiet village, in a small farmstead in a wintry setting, lived a farmer who proudly kept his chickens. One morning when he got up, he noticed that part of the fence surrounding the farm was damaged. Traces on the ground indicated that someone had tried to get in during the night. The farmer looked towards the forest and saw several red shadows in the distance. They were foxes. He knew what this meant. Foxes were nearby, and their favorite treat was chickens. Without hesitation, he decided to repair the fence with the help of his favorite tractor.
green fields and golden cornfields, a decision was made. It was time to build a doghouse. The owners of the farm decided that their faithful quadruped deserved a comfortable shelter. 2 irreplaceable tractors were to be used for this task. A red one and a green one, each equipped with special tools for the job. The red tractor was the first to leave the garage. Its task was to prepare the area for construction. It easily attached the attached shovel and set to work. It dug a trench with precision, creating the foundations for the doghouse. Its powerful hydraulic arm and sharp bucket effortlessly penetrated the soil, removing the earth with centimeter precision. Each depression was carefully leveled, creating a perfectly rectangular space that was to become a solid foundation for the future shelter. The red tractor worked methodically, step by step, making sure that the trench was deep and wide enough to ensure the doghouse's stability and durability for many years. Once the area was ready, a green tractor drove into the warehouse to pick up the appropriate goods for our booth. Tractor brought the wooden planks and other building materials that were needed to create a shelter for the dog. He skillfully lifted the heavy beams and placed them in place, creating a solid structure. And that is how our doghouse was created. Thanks to the cooperation of the red and green tractors, each element of the structure was precisely placed in its place. Solid wooden walls, carefully cut and connected, created a safe shelter. The roof, made of strong planks, provided protection from rain and wind. Every detail of the doghouse, from the stable foundations to the roof finish, was the result of joint work and commitment. When the work was finished, the doghouse stood proudly in its place, ready to accept its new tenant. On the edge of a picturesque village, amidst green meadows and golden fields, lived a small red tractor. Although smaller than other tractors in the area, it stood out for its energy and constant desire to work. Despite its small size, the little red tractor was full of enthusiasm and always ready for action. Every morning, as soon as the first rays of sunlight illuminated the farm, a little red tractor drove out of the garage. He loved the fresh morning air and the sound of nature waking up. His first task was always to visit the hen house, where he would use his trailer to collect freshly laid eggs. After the morning chores, it was time for real challenges. Today, the little red tractor was tasked with plowing the field for new seeding. With energy and precision, he attached the cultivator and headed out into the field. Although the task was demanding, the tractor coped admirably, leaving behind evenly plowed furrows that looked like carefully laid lines in the field. Its precise work meant that the soil was perfectly prepared to receive the seed, ensuring a bountiful harvest next season. The little red tractor worked tirelessly, and its energy and commitment were unmatched. When it was finished, the field looked like a work of agricultural art, ready for the next stages of cultivation. In the evening, as the sun began to set, the little red tractor returned to the garage. He was tired but happy, knowing that he had helped with many important tasks on the farm. Before going to sleep, he looked out at the fields, which, thanks to him, were now tidy and ready. An unexpected accident occurred. The tractor was working hard in the field, forming even bales of straw, when suddenly sparks started flying from the baler. In the blink of an eye, the dry hay caught fire, and the flames began to spread quickly. The tractor immediately drove away to a safe distance to prevent damage to the machine. Fortunately, the farm was always prepared for such situations. A specialized red and white tractor with a water tank and fire pump mounted on a trailer came to the rescue. The tractor sped towards the burning baler, raising clouds of dust into the air. Its engine roared, and the wheels rolled with force over the uneven surface of the field. As it approached the fire, the tractor slowed, precisely maneuvering to position itself for the rescue operation. An arm with a mounted fire extinguisher extended from the tank, ready to fight the fire. The fire was rising higher and higher, but the tractor, full of determination, began the extinguishing operation, spraying water on the burning baler. Swaraj's small tractor was set to work harvesting maize. Surrounded by larger and more powerful machines, Swaraj stood out for his agility and reliability. As the first rays of sunlight began to illuminate the fields, Swaraj was already in full readiness. His engine purred softly as he set out for work, full of determination and ready for action. Once he got there, Swaraj began his work with gusto. His job was to pick the right corn kernels and load them onto a trailer. With precision and speed, he picked each kernel, checking carefully to make sure everything was harvested. Despite his size, Swaraj could work with incredible efficiency, leaving behind neatly harvested rows of corn. Everyone on the farm knew that Swaraj could always be counted on. His dedication and reliability made him a firm favorite, and his daily efforts were crucial to the success of the harvest. When the day was over, the little tractor would proudly return to the garage, knowing that it had once again proven its worth.